So now on the clock for the first of their 2 lottery picks, the Golden State Warriors. Golden State's going to have a little bit of a different philosophy than a team like Oklahoma City, who's willing to develop a guy. Golden State is going to reach extreme heights. Steph Curry, of course, 7th overall pick, turned into one of the great players in the NBA, an elite guy. We've talked about Draymond tonight. Got Klay Thompson, who's hoping to get healthy. They brought Kevin Durant in and won championships 2016, won 2 more titles. Durant, after leaving in 19, the injury bug started hitting, of course, hit him during that time too. But now they're hoping to get healthy. They're sort of right in the prime of a lot of these guys the last couple of years. Only no playoff appearances. Thompson's missed 137 games, had the Achilles injury. Curry's missed 69 games. And the trade that they made to get Andrew Wiggins and sending D'Angelo Russell, Spellman, and Evans to the Timberwolves, that's the reason they are picking here. They have another one in the lottery at 14, and there has been talk that they would want more of a ready-made guy because of the age of their core. Is that important right now, Per?
It's very important, especially when your franchise guy, Steph Curry, is up for a contract extension. You want to do everything in your power to make things right and show him that you're moving in the right direction and not taking steps backwards, but going forward.
Rachel and Richard, what do you think about the Golden State philosophy and what they might do here at 7?
Well, I think the Golden State Warriors really hoping not to make this pick. They spent all week shopping it around, along with the 14, along with Andrew Wiggins, along with James Wiseman, because they experienced this year, Richard, having to split their focus between developing James and then being on Steph Curry's timeline. With Klay Thompson coming back, how important is it to Klay, to Steph, to Draymond Green that they get a guy here at 7 if indeed this guy joins their team that can run with them?
Well, you need guys to run, because when you look at the success of the Golden State Warriors over the last few years, it was Livingston, it was Andre Iguodala, it was Andrew Bogut, it was veterans. They brought in David West. They surrounded that core with great high-level basketball IQ guys. And now you still have the core. They're a little bit older, but you got to get that same group of guys around them to elevate them up. So the Golden State Warriors, they have a lot of questions and they need some answers. And, you know, these were the picks that people thought might be going to get some adults, as we say, in this thing. But I think the Golden State Warriors are still in a good position because you have the core, but that core, they need some help.
And by the way, you were one of those vets that was brought in. You played with Steph Curry on this team. You also had the experience when you were drafted, being drafted by Houston and then being traded to the New Jersey Nets. We could see, Reese, whoever is drafted with this pick, maybe they will be in a Warriors uniform in October. Maybe they won't. We'll see.
Rachel, if indeed it is, and you do want adults, as Richard said, there is one adult in the green room. There are several, but Chris Duarte is the oldest guy there, and he has been pretty vocal about that. Some teams have asked, you know, about his age. He's approaching 24, I think, after playing junior college and playing at Oregon. And he said, look, if you want to win now, if you want a mature guy, I'm your guy. Might be a little high here for the pick for him, do you think? Or
yeah, I think you would hope that he would be there at 14. And, you know, the thought had always been maybe you take one swing and one safe, right? And I think the swing here is a guy like Jonathan Kuminga or a guy like James Bouknight. And they could really use a shot maker, a scorer, whether that's off the bench in kind of a Jordan Clarkson role like Bouknight could play, and then a physical specimen like Jonathan Kuminga, a wing defender who can give you that physicality and athleticism.
But you wouldn't put it past him to take Davion Mitchell of Baylor or Franz Wagner of Michigan.
That's the name. Yeah. That's the name that you continue to hear throughout this pre-draft process because he fits both of those. He can play right now, and he's younger than Jalen Suggs, Evan Mobley, and a lot of these freshmen.
And with the league year starting over, the calendar turning over in just a few days, as Rachel rightly pointed out, maybe guys are going to be on the move, but the pick is in.
With the 7th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Jonathan Kuminga from Goma, Democratic Republic of Congo, and the NBA G League Ignite.
So 2 of the top 7 picks in this 2021 NBA Draft coming from G League Ignite. Jonathan Kuminga is the guy that you talked about taking the swing right here. Left for the United States from the Democratic Republic of the Congo at the age of 13. Grew up watching Kobe Bryant highlights. He would go and watch a half hour at a time, spend his money just to have enough so he could watch Kobe for a little while with the internet feed, signed with G League, and Kuminga is at least picked. We'll see if he's actually on his way to Golden State.
And there was talk early in the G League bubble that he was in contention for the #1 pick. Like, he is that type of talent. He's explosive in the open court. There you see with the windmill. And this is where I think he can really hang his hat at the next level. Be a versatile defender. Be a guy who can switch every ball screen, defend 1 through 4, because he really has those tools. There you see with the block, and there from the weak side, over a 7-foot wingspan. Here, sitting down, sliding on the perimeter. So I think Golden State is a perfect spot for him because he can lock in on defending and making the simple play, because that's where he needs to improve. And his best case would be Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown went to a similar situation, right, in Boston. He was drafted there to defend, to really chase around other athletes and be a menace on that end, and then use your athleticism, get downhill to the rim. So Kuminga is a big-time talent. He needs to improve as a perimeter shooter. Plays kind of a catch-and-hold style, which is very different than the .5 that we've seen from Steve Kerr, but I think he's in a perfect position to maximize his potential and improve.
I wonder if he knew something, because that suit matches perfectly with the Golden State clothes.
Well, you know what? I don't have a problem with the boxes right now with my guy Mike, but I do have a problem with the comparison, right, to Jaylen Brown. I can't roll with that one. But I will say he reminds me right now of Jordan Bell, right? And we remember Jordan Bell when he was fit in with the Golden State Warriors. They would move him to the 5 position, have him picking and rolling to the basket, being a lob threat at the basket, being able to get out there athletically and switch 1 through 5. That's what he reminds me of.
He's inefficient, though, right now on the offensive end. He shoots under 40% in the G League from the field, under 30% from 3, and about 60% from the free throw line. That needs to improve, but athletically, off the charts.
Remains to be seen if he is the guy, if he has the type of maturity that Golden State, are they going to make moves? Will it be Jonathan Kuminga that they'll try to sort of blend the old and the new with the veteran guys, James Wiseman, Kuminga, or will Golden State continue to be extraordinarily active?